Hey, what's up, Sports to the Bone family? What's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. All right, my viewers and subscribers, I hope you are all having a blessed day thus far. All right, so there are two stories that I want to take a look at. One cricket story and one track and field. We know track and field is very big in Jamaica around about this time of the year. The Boys and Girls Athletic Championship is coming up, and that is something that a lot of Jamaicans look forward to. And we also see on the cricketing side now, where a couple of big name West Indian players, they were actually released by their franchise teams over there in the 100 as the draft is just around the corner. So we're going to be looking at those two stories in more details. But before we go down any further, I'm just going to ask you to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed. Also, turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified once I upload our videos in. Yeah, man. All right, so let's get into it now. So I was actually seeing this story. I actually saw this story yesterday, but because I uploaded a couple of videos, I just didn't worry to say anything about this. I just decided that we would look at it today. So seven West Indies players have been released by their team over there in the 100, and we know the 100 is the England's form of T20 cricket. Well, it's not T20. It's not T20. They face 100 legal deliveries, but yeah, that is their thing that they have going on, their competition. And as I said, a couple of well-known players, big name players, have been released. The likes of Pollard and Sunil Narain leads that list. Those guys, they were actually released, and I think that the draft is just around the corner, and I think the draft is going to be held on the 3rd of the competition will start on the 3rd of August and will go until the 3rd of September. Now, the draft, I think, will go ahead on March 30. Yeah, man, the draft will go ahead on March 30. So the teams would have, just similarly to the IPL, they come out and retain the players that they want, release who they don't want, and then the bidding war will start and all of that. So, yeah, man, Pollard, Narain, Nicholas Pooran, Carlos Brathwaite, and Andre Russell. So those are the men. Let me see how much are Pollard, Narain, Pooran, Brathwaite, and Russell. 5 men. On the women's side now, because we know this is how they do it over there. On the women's side, Deandra Dutton and Stephanie Taylor. Those two ladies were not retained. So, they I guess, teams will be allowed to bid for them. As I said, the auction will go ahead on the draft will go ahead on March 30, not the auction. The draft will go ahead on March 30. The competition will run from the 3rd of August to the 3rd of September. So a lot of white ball cricket to be played. You understand? Players will definitely get a chance to go out there and show themselves. A couple of the players that are actually fighting for spot in England's white ball team, they did extremely well in the hundreds when it was just staged, and their career is now moving on to a different level. So it's another platform that players get the opportunity to go out there and show themselves. So yeah, those are the 7 players that were not retained. They were released, so we just await to see how things will go. But these are big name players. These are players that are still doing their thing where franchise cricket is concerned. So I am assuming that if they still want to be a part, then a team will definitely pick them up. The Pollard, the Narain, the Russell, Brathwaite did pretty well in the last stage in Pooran. These are guys that are expected to play franchise cricket. So teams will maybe and more than likely try and get them. Stephanie Taylor, Deandra Dutton, two of the top ladies that are currently playing the game. So we just have to keep a close eye on that one to see how things turn out for them. All right, so yeah, that is pretty much it where that story is concerned. All right, the next story that I want to zoom in on now is some track and field. As I said, round about this time of the year, things are pretty busy in Jamaica where track and field is concerned, a whole lot of different competitions going on. High schools keeping their track meet, primary school keeping their track meets. I know it is in the middle of the big sea and all of that, but you know, teams find a way to do their training. They have different competitions going on now, and you know, all of these competitions are geared towards the big thing, which is the high school boys and girls championship. And this is where a lot of our sprinting stars are born. So if you guys that are not from Jamaica wondering, this is where the sprinting stars are born, where we have high school students running 10, boys running 10.2, 10.3, and these are times that a lot of adults run at the Olympics, right? So we have high school boys running those times. We have girls running in the low 11 and thing like that. So in 11 seconds and so forth. So, you know, boys in the 200-meter running 20 high and things. So it's very good. It's very good to see that they will get an opportunity. But the big news coming out of it is that fans will be allowed in the stadium. And those are the fans that would have gotten there, you know, that are fully. Yeah, you know, YouTube stadium now I say certain words. So fans that are fully will definitely be allowed in the stadium. Not it won't be jam packed. They are still discussing the numbers based on what I gather, but I am hearing that it is going to be over 10,000. So you know, that is something for people to look at. You can just imagine how quickly the tickets will go, especially for the second, the penultimate and the final day. That is when majority of the finals are usually done. Well, they did something last year where I think they had final. They didn't let everything pack up to the last day. So it might be a case where they do something like that again. And just to remind you guys, the championship will run from April 5, I think, from the 5th of April to the 9th of April. That is when the championship will run. And, you know, a lot of persons are saying that the name Issa Boys and Girls Championship, the name is, you know, is one of those big names in the country, one of those families that you know, I don't want to even get into that. But let us just say the name carries weight. So a lot of persons, you know, people full of conspiracy and thing already. So as well as it might be so, you know, must be conspiracy. But you know, a lot of persons saying because of the name that is attached to it, that is why the government had to free it up and had to make sure that here what fans are allowed in there. So yeah, Issa Boys and Girls Championship is set and fans will be there. You know, if I was there in Jamaica, I would probably try. You know, it's something that I usually watch. You know, I usually attend it. That, as I said, this is where we see a lot of our stars coming through. Athletes like Shelley and Fraser Price, people like Ewan Blake, people, well, Bolt, you know, people like those, they all run at the high school boys and girls championship and did their thing. Elaine Thompson Hera, people like Natalia Gould, who I think ran the national record the other day, indoor record, I think in the 800-meter. You know, that young lady did pretty well in high school also. You know, people like Rashid Broadbell, people like Javon Francis, a lot of the guys that are now on the international scene, they would have passed through the high school boys and girls championship. So you know, it is something to behold, guys. So if you are able to buy a stream or whatever way they will be doing it, if you're able to watch it, I am telling you guys, you know, it is definitely worth your money. So this is not a paid promotion or anything, and I'm just saying to you that if you like track and field and you want to see athletes running, and when I say running, I mean running, that is something that you can definitely look at. So yeah, definitely going to be watching out to see the future superstars coming out. You know, Edwin Allen, I think, is the defending champions on the female side. And on the male side, I think it is Jamaica College, the all-boys school from Old Hope Road. So those two teams will definitely be looking to defend their title. Calabar and well, I don't know. I don't know if all of them will be entering, but Calabar, KC, St. Jago High School, these are schools that usually perform very well. Excelsior High School looking to step up the ranking also. So it's definitely going to be something to behold, my viewers and subscribers. As I said, this channel, you guys, a lot of the new subscribers might be wondering, how is he talking about track and field? This is a cricket channel. No, man, I cover mostly cricket, but for the older subscribers, they will know that once it is sports and I actually get the information, I will look at it. So, definitely looking forward to the Boys and Girls Championship. So we're going to leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. Just continue to enjoy the rest of the day. Remember to keep yourself safe. Zin, big up on yourself.